we clearly are focused on the handwork. Because we don't have trees, we don't have the trees absorbing the water, we don't have the interception of the rain, and without that, that all ends up in our drainage, which all ends up in Manitou. So until the trees have regrown fully, we're going to see bigger floods in this area. So the ponderosa pines, that they're actually currently growing out ponderosa pine seedlings. So the seedlings that we put back out here, they have the least chance to invade this area and the best chance for regrowth. And that is really our main goal, is to revegetate these hill slopes. It used to be that we just throw out anything. And we're realizing that when we do that, the plant community completely changes for the next 30, 40, 50 years. So this species over here with the yellow tops, this is yellow toad flax, which is a lispy, noxious Colorado state weed. It's ubiquitous, it outcompetes all the other species, and it loves disturbance. So we're seeing it in a lot of these different fire areas. It's one of the first things to come in. This is Upper Williams. So there are two drainages that kind of feed into Middle Williams that go down into Lower Williams. And this is one of the drainages, one of the Upper Williams Canyon drainages. And you can see where the water came up on the banks. It happens a little slower up here, but usually this is an ephemeral stream. It just comes out when there's water, but it's pretty much turned into a perennial stream. It flows. It's flown this whole summer, which is a little unusual. So these are the brand new structures that we're trying, and they're called crib walls, and we've modified them a little bit so we can use them in this stream as well. The concept of the crib walls is you put that point right in the center, the water hits that wall, it slows down, it creates some eddies, it drops that sediment out, and then clean water continues. Slower and with less crap in it, basically. They don't have a huge capacity to hold sediment, but they're clearly holding sediment, and they were extremely functional. But you can clearly see the difference between this drainage that we're working on, where there's not a lot of sediment, and this drainage where it's just all sediment coming through. It's a really stark contrast. We've got two of the Upper Williams Canyon subbasins combining into one right here, and this is the main Williams Canyon channel. And what's happening here is the force of the water is pushing all of that pinch point right there where these two combine, that confluence. There's a ton of force on those trees. We can start to see the roots here. Rocks are being piled against there, and clearly all the bark is just being wiped clean of those trees. Depending on who you talk to, it was about 1.61 inches in an hour, but specifically in Upper Williams, it was more like an inch in 15 minutes, which is intense. The restoration work has just begun. And the first year, everything that we're doing is very important, but obviously when you look at these soils, it's going to continue, and we need to continue working out here.